Fellow sanitary engineers comprising the general membership of the Philippine Society of Sanitary Engineers, headed by the National Board of Directors, led by President Dave Verhel Castro, my colleagues in the Professional Regulatory Board for Sanitary Engineers, our sponsors, guests, ladies, and gentlemen. 2025 marks the 70th founding anniversary of the profession of sanitary engineering. For it was in June 18 of 1955 that the Republic Act number 1364 was enacted, establishing the sanitary engineering practice in the Philippines. It defined the scope of practice of us sanitary engineers in the field of health and environment. These two aspects in our practice goes hand in hand. One cannot be absent without the other, or vice versa. Internationally, specifically in the United States, the American Board of Engineering and Technology initiated in 1952 by a group of sanitary engineers working in the public health and defense communities to define clearly the professional practice for sanitary engineers. This led to the creation of a committee for the advancement of sanitary engineering by the American Society of Civil Engineers, the American Waterworks Association, the American Society of Engineering Education, and Water Pollution Control Federation. In October 55, or 125 days after the passage of the SE law in the Philippines, when the law was passed in the United States, certifying sanitary engineers as diplomates of the American Academy of Sanitary Engineers, or the AASE. Other sponsors in this initiative included the American Institute of Chemical Engineers in 1957 and the Air Pollution Control Association in 1962. See, in the United States, hindi pinag-uusapan overlapping ng practice manapa ay supportive ang bawat isa sa kanilang scope of practice. In 1966, AASE was renamed the Environmental Engineering Inter-Society Board, or EIIB. And it was in 1967 when the American Academy of Environmental Engineers under the American Board of Engineering and Technology was established with its own right by laws and officers. AAE was charged principally with advancement of all aspects of environmental engineering. What are the Philippines as of today? The Organization of Sanitary Engineers remains as PSSE. Pero may mga nagtanong sa akin, Sir Bob, mas bylaws ng PSSE ang name-mention ng profession ay ENSE, or Environmental and Sanitary Engineering. Way back nung nasa board pa ako at naging presidente ng PSSE, there was already a move to rename our organization as Philippine Society of Environmental and Sanitary Engineers. Kaya, kung titingnan ninyo ang ating bylaws, refers to the practice of ENSE, but the name of our organization was not changed to PISENSE. Kahit na even ang ating address ng PSSE remains to be PISENSE. Because we were advised otherwise by our regulators then. Pero kaming nasa current regulatory board ng sanitary engineering believes that we can use the word environmental and sanitary engineers just like what other schools have been using the title Bachelor of Science in Environmental and Sanitary Engineers, pero walang question ang CHED tungkol dito kahit na ang ating batas ay SEO pa rin at ang CMO natin ay tungkol pa rin sa sanitary engineering. Therefore, something has to be done sa ating professional organization mismo. Pero, dapat at nararapat na talagang mapalitan na ang 1955 Sanitary Engineering Law, which is still in effect right now. At huwag tayong malungkot. Kasi in the 20th Congress, which is about to convene in more than a month, we will again be lodging the revision of the Sanitary Engineering Law na kung saan ay magiging environmental and sanitary engineering ang ating profesyon. It will also involve the creation or inclusion of the technology and technician level. With this initiative at the baccalaureate degree, envision to have BS-NC as compliant under the Washington Accord, where does under the technology will be compliant with the Sydney Accord, and the technician level will be compliant with the Dublin Accord. Right now, there are already schools offering both NC and SE that are accredited under the Washington Accord. Itong ating initiative na to for the amendment of the sanitary engineering law and includes as well bridging programs so that we could accept into the practice of sanitary engineering allied courses. Pero bago sila matanggap at makakuha ng examination, they have to take subjects in environmental engineering just like graduates of civil engineering are doing. They are asked to comply with the regulations of the PRB for sanitary engineers to take specific subjects in sanitary or environmental and sanitary engineering so that they could comply with the requirements of law and be allowed to take the sanitary engineering board. Sa ganung pamamaraan, we will be ensured na dadami tayo magpa-practice ng environmental and sanitary engineering under the proposed bill. Itong bill na to ay magkakaroon ng one integrated professional organization that will both have its memberships in the engineering level, in the professional level, in the technology level, and in the technician level. To make our stand in Congress and Senate forceful, our professional organization must be ready and already compliant. Mauna na tayo sa pagpasa ng batas na to at maging isang integrated association na tayo, isang organisasyon na kung saan hindi lamang professional level ang mga miyembro, kundi prospective na technologies and technicians. And with the resolution promulgated by the Professional Regulations Commission regarding the creation of either an APO or an IPO. Let us remember that for APOs, the membership is voluntary. Tayong mga members ng Philippine Society of Sanitary Engineers are here because we volunteered to be member. But once we are created and have an integrated professional organization as will be mandated later on by our proposed environmental and sanitary engineering law, which we hope to pass in this 20th Congress after several attempts. Ang ating membership sa ating sa IPO na to ay magiging automatic and mandatory. Just like several professional organizations in engineering whose laws have been recently amended and ginawang mandatory ng kanilang mga bagong batas ang membership sa isang integrated professional organization upon their taking their oath of profession, pagpasa nila at pag-accept ng engineering board, regulatory board sa practice. Itong organisasyon na to must embody all levels of engineering, technologies, and technician. The career progression and specialization program. And in ending, I was struck by the theme in tonight's fellowship, wherein all together we will be weaving for the future, for the advancement of the environmental and sanitary engineering. Mabuhay ang mga environmental and sanitary engineers ng Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po.